Hello, and welcome to Uncle Bruce's Story Time. Let's get right into our trivia from last week since there was an interesting development. Alright, so last week I asked, what is the largest box of crayons that Crayola manufactures? The answer I was looking for was 120. That's a lot of crayons. Now, where the interesting development comes in is there's some confusing information on Crayola's website. If you go to their fact page and see the question, what's the largest box of crayons you manufacture, they answer 120. But if you go look in their store, there's a larger box in there of 152 crayons. So we sort of had two correct answers this week. I probably could have avoided that if I'd made my question a little more specific, but I didn't know that there was that 152 box because I thought that that fact question was the correct answer. Anyway, let's see who won the 120 crayon answer. All right, I have the envelope right here. Let's have a drum roll. And the winner is Aiden Milligan. Congratulations to Aiden. Well done, and I'm gonna put your name right on the wall with everyone else like I do. We're printing right there. There's Aiden. Okay, Aiden goes right up here. Oops, like that. Congratulations, Aiden. Okay, now, since we sort of had two correct answers, because someone else pointed out about the 152 box for crayons, I'm also going to put Micah Filson on the wall. So congratulations to Micah again, because Micah has been he's now our second two-time winner. And I have to print his name out. Oh, that's not right. Uncle Bruce can't always spell correctly. Let's make sure I get that correct. Okay. Micah Filson also goes on the wall today. It's strange, we have two. We can't have two winners. I'm calling Aiden the big winner since he was first with the answer I was looking for. But then Micah also provided technically a correct answer since there is a bigger box, even though Crayola doesn't list it as their largest. And Micah, since you are a two-time winner, you are going to get a platinum star on your name. Not two, because you weren't the first, but you do get a star. Right there. Micah and Aiden today. Congratulations again. Okay, let's get on to our book. Today, we're doing a fun book called The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. Yes, do you know this book? It's fun. There's a dragon and a prince and princesses and fire and bones and lots of fun stuff. Okay, so stick around until the end where I have an important announcement, all right? So let's get started. I'm Uncle Bruce and it's story time. The Paper Bag Princess by Robert Munsch. Elizabeth was a beautiful princess. She lived in a castle and had expensive princess clothes. She was going to marry a prince named Ronald. Unfortunately, a dragon smashed her castle, burned all her clothes with his fiery breath, and carried off Prince Ronald. Elizabeth decided to chase the dragon and get Ronald back. She looked everywhere for something to wear, but the only thing she could find that was not burnt was a paper bag. So she put on the paper bag and followed the dragon. He was easy to follow because he left a trail of burnt forest and horses' bones. Finally, Elizabeth came to a cave with a large door that had a huge knocker on it. She took hold of the knocker and banged on the door. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Well, a princess. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." He slammed the door so fast that Elizabeth almost got her nose caught. Elizabeth grabbed the knocker and banged on the door again. The dragon stuck his nose out of the door and said, "Go away. I love to eat princesses, but I have already eaten a whole castle today. I'm a very busy dragon. Come back tomorrow." "Wait," shouted Elizabeth. "Is it true that you are the smartest and fiercest dragon in the whole world?" "Yes," said the dragon. "Is it true," said Elizabeth, "that you can burn up 10 forests with your fiery breath?" "Oh, yes," said the dragon, and he took a huge deep breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned up 50 forests. "Fantastic," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath and breathed out so much fire that he burned up 100 forests. "Magnificent," said Elizabeth, and the dragon took another huge breath, but this time nothing came out. The dragon didn't even have enough fire left to cook a meatball. Elizabeth said, "Dragon, is it true that you can fly around the world in just 10 seconds?" "Why, yes," said the dragon, and jumped up and flew all the way around the world in just 10 seconds. He was very tired when he got back, but Elizabeth shouted, "Fantastic! Do it again!" So the dragon jumped up and flew around the whole world in just 20 seconds. When he got back, he was too tired to talk, and he lay down and went straight to sleep. Elizabeth whispered very softly, "Hey, dragon." The dragon didn't move at all. She lifted up the dragon's ear and put her head right inside. She shouted as loud as she could, "Hey, dragon!" The dragon was so tired he didn't even move. Elizabeth walked right over the dragon and opened the door to the cave. There was Prince Ronald. He looked at her and said, "Elizabeth, you are a mess. You smell like ashes, your hair is all tangled, and you are wearing a dirty old paper bag. Come back when you are dressed like a real princess." "Ronald," said Elizabeth, "your clothes are really pretty and your hair is very neat. You look like a real prince, but you are a bum." They didn't get married after all. The end. Did you like that story? That's a fun one. That prince was a bit of a jerk, wasn't he? The princess didn't need to be with him. No, he was a jerk. All right, so there's a link down below if you'd like to get a copy of this book yourself. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter, of course. Do subscribe. Do give me the thumbs up, please. And I have an important announcement. My life is getting in the way of Uncle Bruce doing his full production of the stories and things, and so I'm going to have to cut back a little bit on what I've been doing. I'm going to still do the book readings like I have been, but I'm not going to do all the other things currently, like the names on the wall and the trivia and the field trips and things like that. I'm going to have to cut back on those for now. I wish I had more time, but I don't. And so I'm going to still try and do the stories like I have been, but the videos will be a little shorter, and maybe that's good for some of you that don't want the extra stuff and just want the stories. But that's the announcement. So there's no trivia question this week. Sorry about that. Perhaps we can continue them in the future, but for now we'll just do the stories. Okay? So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the story this week. Tune in next week and we'll have another fun one. All right, that's it for this week. And as always, read more books and be good to each other.